All right, everybody, welcome back. This is Kyle Bazzi, president here at Benzinga.com. I'm here with the beautiful ladies at TDA and thinkorswim. We're going to be talking about TDA University that they just launched. Please welcome Mary Sue Ryan and Nicole Sherrod.
Hey, Kyle. How's it going?
All right, I'm so pumped to have you both on here today. We've talked a lot for the FinTech Awards about companies that are able to continue the success and innovation. thinkorswim is a prime example of that. TD Ameritrade is definitely a prime example of that. Explain to us first, Mary, what is TDA University?
Yeah, so what TD Ameritrade U, really an administrative suite of tools that we've built out on a website designed to help professors bridge the gap of what they're teaching in the classroom to the students. So they're allowed to create what we call our trading drills, which essentially allows students to create paper money accounts, which are demo thinkorswim accounts. So they can go ahead and portfolios using the thinkorswim and TD Ameritrade mobile trader technology. And the site, as students create their profiles, they're able to interact via the leaderboard, see what other products that their peers are trading. So that way it really opens up the dialogue with the classroom.
All right, Nicole, you are quickly and have already become one of the main thought leaders in the brokerage industry, but also financial trading all over media and everything. Talk to us about where this idea comes out of and the millennial. I've heard you talk a lot about millennials and how that's changing the game of trading as we go forward.
Yeah, I would say our PR team did a survey. They've done it 2 years running where they out to individuals in Gen Z and they ask them a lot of questions about their attitudes toward money. And it's become very evident that we've got a really big PR problem in our industry when it comes to financial services. And in fact, about 7% of people in Gen Z feel that the best way to save for retirement is a savings account. And we all know that the best way to save for retirement over the long term is this market. And so it really got us motivated to think of ways that could solve for that and make the business of investing more engaging, more fun, more inspiring for young people. So that was kind of what we were rallying around.
All right, elbows up to both of you. Talk us through what TDAU is and how you're implementing it with that generation.
Yeah, so what TD U is, again, it's a website that we've built out to allow professors to easily implement the thinkorswim technology and mobile trader, so that way the students can engage with the markets and use data. We provide content, resources, interact with them via social media, go to the universities, teach them our products. One of the projects Nicole likes, really, her and I work with, along with Ellen Koplow, another woman we work with, is at University of Maryland.
Yeah, I think this is a great example of the beauty of this program because right now we've been reaching out to a lot of professors in finance and e-courses where their students are obviously already learning sophisticated strategies about the market, but it's kind of our vision that we feel like it should be a part of every liberal education that young people have at least some exposure to the stock market. So we've kind of piloting that at the University of Maryland. We go into the Women's Studies School and we expose young women in that school to the stock market using these tool classrooms. So we teach them about individual equities, ETFs, and structure a trading competition wherein throughout the course of the semester they're trading and they're learning from it and they're sharing with one another. And then we come in at the end of the semester and we evaluate exactly what it is that they've learned. So I think the thing for our team, Kyle, you asked about innovation. Most of the innovations that we have, like when we ask ourselves, because we've got a ton of things we want to do, right? This line for figuring out what we want to do, it usually boils down to something that's going to drive at least in underlying earnings. And so this is an initiative where kids are trading a paper money platform, and obviously paper money drives paper commissions. We know that it's going to lead to a nice revenue hit for us 5 years down the road. These young people start, making money, getting promotions, feel strongly that they'll choose TD Ameritrade and thinkorswim as their broker because they have great experience with us. But in the near term, it kind of gives our team the ability to work on a project where we know we're doing something that really is going to make a difference in people's.
Yeah, and it's been great throughout the building and the innovation. We've got to work directly with teachers and students, ask them how they're using the technology, ask for copies of their syllabus. So we're building it along them, which is pretty powerful.
All right, so I want to say that obviously women are a fast-growing segment, going from 6 to 12%. I know over the next couple of years. First off, a couple of great mentors sitting in front of me for all those women traders out there, and some great leadership from thinkorswim. On the college side, how many universities do you see adopting this? I see a lot of pennants behind you, but you mentioned University of Maryland. I know University of Michigan here by us in Detroit also has a decent program. Are you seeing a good infrastructure for the younger generation coming up to learn how to do all this?
Yeah, so so far it's really been a grassroots effort. We're working with about 240 schools, and we just really started doing this a couple of years ago. The website actually didn't launch until March 2014, but our first big marketing effort was past fall. In October 2014, we launched a 4-week trading competition, invited students across the nation to compete against each other, and it was the Thinkorswim Challenge, and it started in October. Ran to the beginning of November. Students had a 500,000 portfolio, traded stock options. We really just used social media to really go ahead and engage students to get them to participate. We're really shocked based on their trading activity. We limited them to only be able to trade 10% of their portfolio, 10% one equity. So that way they had to diversify, go out, research companies. The number team ended up being the University of North Texas, Go Mean Green. They had, coincidental, Go Mean Green, TD Ameritrade, right? University of North Texas. So they brought $30,000 for the university. Each student walked away with a funded $3,500 TD Ameritrade account. Without really any marketing, we had 245 teams, 96 schools from 32 states, and we're really looking to expand on that. And that's the students going out and finding out about themselves. It was not part of the school curriculum or something professional. So it's been a lot of fun. One of the greatest things that we got, Mason he was the captain of Team Go Mean Green. And he said the skills that he developed at Thinkorswim Challenge is something that will remain valuable to him for the remainder of his life, and that's what we're looking to do.
Yeah, and I would say our rallying cry is to be in about 400 schools by the end of fiscal 2015, which is a big challenge for us. We're not really spending a lot of marketing dollars on this at all. These professors have an amazing collegiate network, so they're all telling one another at different schools about the program, and also young people are finding out about it from their high school friends who are at different schools. They're sharing the news with one another, and so it's kind of scaling on its own, which is a beautiful thing.
400 schools by the end of the year. Say again, how many schools are you guys in right now?
It's really about 245. So we have some work cut out for us, but we have a lot of things that we have coming out, so we're really excited. So we actually think obtaining the last 155 schools is something that we can do. Yep.
Wow, that's unbelievable. Nicole, talk to me a little bit about, we talked about thinkorswim being one of the most innovative brokerages out there. I think that's apparent and without argument. How does a company your guys' size structure a team to allow you guys to stay on the cutting edge? I mean, for instance, the TDA U, what you guys are doing with colleges, no one has really touched on the scale that you guys have. How do you structure a team like that?
Yeah, I mean, what I would say is I've been with TD Ameritrade for 6 years now, so I've been with the firm through the acquisition of thinkorswim and actually worked on that deal. And one of the things that we said when we were acquiring thinkorswim, it was that not only were we going at their very lucrative customer base and their cutting edge technology, but it was also an employee play as well. I mean, these are the best and the brightest when it comes to innovation. Where we're sitting today is our scrappy little innovation hub here in Chicago. We made a conscious effort to really change nothing about this site. And so what you see a lot in a lot of cases with an acquisition is that company comes in, puts in a lot of more bureaucratic processes, which the development cycle longer, we were very committed and said what we want to do is take resources to help these people do even more than they ever were before. So to push money across the table so that, you know, we could fund the great ideas that they had. And TD Ameritrade U is a great evidence of that. That's a big part of the reason why I wanted to enter this competition. You look at the lineup of great companies that you guys are evaluating now. For the most part, you know, there are a lot of startups. We want the arse and the active trading side, and what we're doing with TD Ameritrade U, we want that perception as a techy innovator, not a big bank, not a big brokerage. We want to play in that space. That's the rep that we want, and that's why we're doing things like this.
All right, Mary, you gave me a demo of the platform a long time ago, about a year ago now. Walk through, for people that have not seen TDAU, what's the experience on the platform, and what do they actually do when they're in there? Is it competitions? Is it all education? Can you explain that a little bit?
Yeah, so that's a great question, Kyle. I actually found myself faced with that recently, explaining it. So the great thing about TD Ameritrade U isn't necessarily competitions. Professors get to utilize and teach the content that they want using our technology. So when professors adopt the TD Ameritrade U site, it's allowing for students to easily download thinkorswim, get to it, but also view each other's trades that they're making on the trading technology visible on the website. So unless a professor or a teacher really approaches us, with university, we really help curate the content, the curriculum. Sometimes they'll provide us their syllabus, and we work with the professor, show us their textbook. We'll help shape it, but for the most part, we allow the professors that are writing these courses and the basics of investing in finance, and even to advancement programs where they're teaching derivatives and more complex strategies, they're able all to do that on the technology, which is great. You know, we do provide supplemental content, our How to Think annual. We have our online learning resource center. We built out a support team. It's more about being able, however they want to utilize us. You know, we are nimble enough, dependent on how much they need us and their support or get off the ground running. We're able there to support them.
You have in mind also that a lot of these schools already had solutions. There are players out there that do offer the technology, but for most of them, they're just associated with it. And a lot of these schools are struggling with shrinking budgets, and so offering a solution where these young people can trade on the #1 ranked technology category with real-time access to the futures markets, options, equities, apps, whatever the professor wants them to trade, and it's all completely free of charge. It's also a pretty democratic solution because, you know, yes, they have access in their trading to a computer, and maybe they have a laptop, but it also works on our mobile offering, and pretty much every kid in school has either an iPhone or an Android, and they can trade direct that as well.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to speak for you guys a little bit, and when we say the most innovative company, I think it starts with the people, and that's what the thinkorswim team has proven time and time again with amazing people. And at Zinger Nation, I know we like to have a little bit of fun, and I see the monkey in the background. So if anyone that doesn't know, that's the TOS mascot, Zeppy. Can someone give us a story how Zeppy came about, or where the mascot is, like what it's all about?
Well, back in the day when, prior to TD Ameritrade acquiring thinkorswim, when clients opened up an account at thinkorswim, we actually would ship them a monkey. With the acquisition, the monkey kind of went away, but coming back, he got a little bit of a makeover.
Got a little makeover. Yeah. It's kind of one of those surprise and delight things. People open up a brokerage account, they don't really get anything, so we like to send them out something representative of what they can expect from their experience with us. We're not uber pro. You read our release notes, the videos that we put together on new things that we're rolling out. We're trying to bring a little personality to the table as well as innovation, and just let people have fun. To be an active trader, you have to have a sense of, it can be a really self-deprecating thing. You're not going to win every trade, so we try to have fun with it.
All right, everyone take notes, because you're looking at two of the bright stars in the industry, and I will also say they know their audience. I see the Central Michigan, my alumni, Mary's wearing, and of course the Superman t-shirt there for Benzinga and Nicole.
And that's for today. I mean, I just happened to Yes, it's what it's a Tuesday. So.
Wait, did you go to Central Michigan?
Yeah, a complete coincidence, I guess. Well, thank you so much. You guys really are, when we talk about companies that we look up to, that people are always looking up to, TDA and TOS are absolutely on top of that list. Good reason why, and we appreciate you both joining us to explain a little bit further today.
Thank you. I mean, we are a function of the company we keep, and we're lucky to be partnered with you guys.
All right, everybody. Again, that was Nicole, Sherrod, and Mary Sue Ryan over at thinkorswim, showing off the new TDA U. Again, this is Kyle Bezzi, president here at Benzinga. You can go check out more of TDA U and also the other 115 companies that are showing off why they're the most innovative people, companies, and products to help you make money in the capital markets. Thanks for joining.